our history is extremely important in this town because this town has done a very good job of preserving that history.
The historic city of Bisbee is rallying after a fire destroyed 2 buildings and businesses on its main street. Thanks for joining us for 13 News Live at 6. I'm Brooke Wagner.
And I'm Dan Maries. A devastating fire left many heartbroken after tearing through 2 historic buildings in the heart of Bisbee. Right now, crews are on scene to clean up the debris and figure out exactly what went wrong.
13 News reporter Andres Rendon headed down to Bisbee to see what was lost in the blaze.
Valentine's Day evening was cut short when a fire tore through 2 buildings in the heart of downtown Bisbee. Now 2 days after the blaze, the area is focusing on recovering, but this isn't the first time that Bisbee has had to face the flames. A fire tore through Bisbee back in 1908, burning almost half of the town. Builders at the time decided to rebuild using bricks to limit the spread should another fire occur. Well, fast forward 116 years later, another fire broke out, this time destroying 2 buildings, Bisbee Oil and Vinegar, and many fine things gallery, 2 shops in the heart of Main Street.
I love history, and it's painful because, you know, I mean, you can rebuild, but it's not the same thing, you know, so a bit of history was burned up.
It's a piece of history over a century old. A retired history teacher, Michael Wilson, now works at the Research Library at the Bisbee Mining and Historical Museum. Digging through old records, he discovered the buildings lost in the fire were built in 1904. Today, as crews clean up the scene and officials plan out the next steps, Wilson hopes the buildings return to their old charm.
If you have this, you know, suddenly 2024 building all modern and updated next to these Victorian structures, I don't know, to me that would not be as good.
Along with the worry of rebuilding Bisbee's past, some were concerned about the fire's impact to one of the city's prominent industries, tourism.
People that were scheduled to come down here this weekend, and of course it's a holiday weekend, were concerned if everything was still opened and so on and so forth. So, you know, I just wanted to assure them, please come. Many things are still open.
Some stores like Bisbee Soap and Sundry are still closed to the public. Owner Ambry Avery Pierce is doing whatever she can to continue operations, like continuing online orders. Despite uncertainties surrounding how Main Street will look in the future, Amber is sure the tight-knit community will help each other along the way.
We are a small community. Everybody knows one another. So I can't imagine that there's anyone who won't be affected by this as far as the local residents go.
The city of Bisbee announced that Commerce Street and Main Street will be closed off due to the hazards like bricks on the ground, as well as the unstable condition of the buildings. However, community members say that businesses are open to all visitors and they're going to get through this struggle together. In Bisbee, Andres Rendon, 13 News.
Now, within just the last hour, the city of Bisbee released an outline of immediate plans and next steps. The first is prioritizing public safety with structural analysis and safety zones. The city's also looking at ways to salvage and preserve materials from the historic buildings and reaching out to the private owners of the affected buildings and their respective insurance companies to plan for the future of the site. The city says it will continue to provide updates as they become available, and they ask that people respect private property and not enter the restricted area or remove anything there.